In the alternate universe that you're about to view, there was no Media Wiz in this universe, but rather the Pony Fanboy, who has his own review series. Yes, really. The Pony Fanboy has his own review series in this universe. And in this case, he's going to review the fanfiction known only as The Truth Behind My Little Pony. So, if you like watching reviews, if you like creepypastas, or you're a brony, you've entered the Tribute Zone.
My little pony, my little pony. Ah, my little pony. I used to wonder what friendship could be. My little pony. Until you all shared its magic with me. Big adventure, tons of fun. A beautiful heart, faithful and strong. Sharing kindness, it's an easy feat. And magic makes it all complete. You have mine. Did you know you are my very best friends?
Hi, I'm the Pony Fanboy. I fanboy over ponies, and you just listen. So today's topic is a conspiracy creepypasta called The Truth Behind My Little Pony, read to us by Creepypasta.
You all probably know about the new generation of My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic. It has, for one reason or another, became an overnight sensation. Whether or not you like the show yourself, you have to admit that its success is impressive.
I know, best fandom ever. A++, 2 thumbs up, 10 out of 10.
However, it raises a question. Lauren Faust has worked on other popular shows, and has been working on her own line of toys, the Galaxy Girls. How did she wind up creating the remake of some 80s toy commercial instead of working on her own show ideas?
Well, you see, if you want a full, in-depth synopsis about what happened, it all goes back to 2010, where...
I read this news story a few years ago. It was about 6 girls who all went to the same school.
Equestria Girls?
And died on the same day.
What?
November 7th, 2004. A friend of mine from NC sent me a news article from the small local paper. I forgot about it until I was watching a few episodes of My Little Pony and realised the main characters were surprisingly similar to the girls who died.
Well, that's clearly a conspiracy, right?
I decided to look for that article again. The paper had either gotten shut down or I had misremembered the name. So I tried tracking down my old World of Warcraft buddy.
Oh, World of Warcraft's overrated. Hold it right there! Oh, hi, Trollney. You say that the My Little Pony fanbase is the best thing ever, but then you turn around and say that the World of Warcraft fanbase is overrated. You have a YouTube channel about ponies, you have a DeviantArt page filled with pony fan art, you have an Ask Tumblr blog about ponies, you have a fanfiction.net account writing pony fanfiction. You're clearly just a mindless, stupid fanboy who cares about nothing but ponies. But Trollney, you have a pony-related YouTube channel, Tumblr blog, DeviantArt artwork, fanfiction.net account, and everything else, like I do. Yeah, so? Oh, so, if you're judging me for doing all that, don't you think it's kind of hypocritical for you to say that I'm obsessive if you do the exact same thing? Buck you, I'm gonna write an angry blog about you on Tumblr! Oh, bye, Trollney. Wow, what a great guy. Right, Gangsta Fanboy? My name's MC Swiggo, bitch! Not Gangsta Fanboy! You get...
First girl, Samantha Gales, was obviously the inspiration for Fluttershy. A shy, introverted girl.
Oh, yeah, and adorable too.
What her classmates didn't know was that she was constantly abused at home by her mother and stepfather.
What?
Her mother conceived her at the age of 15, and she blamed poor Samantha for ruining her life. This made Samantha self-conscious. When her stepfather moved in, this made the neglect worsen. Her stepfather never liked having to take care of Samantha when her mother was away, so he would lock her in the basement and leave her, sometimes for the whole day. Her mother tolerated this, and, as she grew, would hit Samantha for talking out of turn.
Wow, that's really bopped up and sad. Well, I bet it had a happy ending, right?
When her half-sister was born, the abuse became considerably worse. She would be starved, forced to sleep outside, and sometimes beaten outright. Because she dressed in shabby clothes and had low self-esteem, she was often picked on by other kids at school. Her only friends were animals that she would rescue, which her family would make her get rid of. She committed suicide by overdosing on Valium.
No, and she died from a drug overdose?
The second, named Janice Walters, was always one of the popular girls. She was rich, smart, beautiful, and seemed to live the charmed life.
No! Not Rarity 2, she's my favorite!
However, her parents argued constantly and were really only together for appearances. She was held up to a high standard, which made her a perfectionist. She wanted to be a designer and live in Paris.
J'aime sans mal pouvoir, Rarity.
For the most part, her parents ignored her. Her parents' only concern was appearing rich and of high social standing. But in reality, her mother married her father because of money.
But love is so powerful it stopped an entire army of changelings.
She died in a car crash when her mother and father got into another argument over money while he was driving. Her neck was snapped on impact and she died instantly.
No, Rarity, no!
Then there was Alexandra Matthews. Alex was a competitive girl. She always sought to be the best, especially at sports. Track in particular.
Aw, now Rainbow Dash 2? Everybody dies, you bitch! But I don't want to see the human main six die, it's saddening.
Her father always wanted a boy, and since her mother was declared incapable of having another child, he decided to raise her as if she was his son. In the end though, she loved her mother and father, and was more than happy to play sports with her father.
Aw, that's so sweet. You know it's gonna get really sad again real soon. Please let me enjoy the happy parts of the story while I still can.
However, when she was 15, her mother, who had been told she could never have another child, had a son. After that, her parents didn't pay very much attention to her.
Aw, Fluttershy and Rainbow Dash get overshadowed by a new baby?
At one point, she became so desperate she started taking steroids. What her and her family didn't know was that she had a mild heart condition that the steroids worsened. She was pushing herself so hard physically as well, she ended up collapsing during a match due to a heart complication. She died in hospital a few days later.
And they both died from drugs? Well, no wonder Rainbow Dash and Fluttershy were friends before the main six actually formed.
Leave her alone! Ooh, what are you gonna do, Rainbow Crash? Keep making fun of her and find out!
The girl most similar to Applejack, Jamie Sanders, was a farm girl, just like the character based off her. What the show didn't include was that her farm was run down, and her family was always struggling with money.
Aw, no, not my second favorite!
She often worked odd jobs under the table to try help support her family. She had many brothers and sisters, and she was the second, which meant it was up to her and her brother to take care of the young'uns.
Youngin.
The young'uns.
Youngin.
The young'uns.
I just like the way he says it.
She had an aunt, whom her family from Manhattan was based off. who kept offering to send money to support her mother and father. But they were proud and always refused.
Oh, Applejack, always the proud one.
How many times do I gotta say it? I don't need no help from no pony!
She died when she fell into a wood chipper.
No, not a wood chipper! Why? What? Man, poor Applejack. Applejack is worth Pony. Not now, Trollney.
Pinkie Pie's inspiration probably has the saddest story. Catherine Jackson was a foster child and moved from home to home. Her birth father killed her mother and himself in a fit of rage when she was 5, and she could never quite settle into a good home.
But how can you resist this?
Even when she was in a nice home with a good family, the old memories still haunted her, breaking her fragile sanity into a million pieces. She would have nightmares of her mother screaming and bleeding, and her father screaming for her, claiming to be after her next. By the time she was in high school, she completely snapped.
So the reason that Pinkie Pie is so crazy is because she's trying to hide some kind of dark past?
She would oftentimes paint and draw and write about fascinating things.
Ooh, I did the same thing while I was in school, except I drew pictures of the ponies and wrote a lot of fan fiction. Yous went to fucking school?
She died when she jumped off a building, one of the voices having told her she could fly.
Oh, no!
What makes the last fact even more chilling is that Lauren originally designed Pinkie Pie to be a Pegasus.
That makes it even sadder. No!
The last, Twilight Sparkle's inspiration, was an A student by the name of Cynthia Little. She was held up to a high standard from a young age. Her older brother was always getting awards for her academic and athletic achievement, and she was held up to the same high standard. She ended up neglecting other facets of her life in order to make sure she got the best grades. For a while, this worked. Her parents were proud of her accomplishments and bragged to their friends about having not one genius child, but 2. That is, until a local private academy for the gifted started to become interested in her.
My parents decided to enroll me in Princess Celestia's school for gifted unicorns. It was a dream come true.
She knew that this would be the best opportunity she could have to prove herself as the perfect child.
But human Celestia saw the magic within her and made her her star pupil, right? Right?
And she knew there would be a test and an essay required to get in. So she became a little desperate. She studied to the point where she could hardly eat and never sleep. As the test closed in, she panicked and she opted to find an essay online to copy, and during the test resorted to cheating. When she was caught, her parents were horrified. She sank into deep depression and eventually hung herself to save herself the shame of being an imperfect daughter.
Why are the parents in all these scenarios so mean? Why can't the parents be like Rainbow Dash's family and be supportive?
You might be wondering now why Lauren Faust would be inspired to make a sweet children's show inspired by such depressing events. Perhaps she felt some odd need to give the girls closure, or perhaps to tell their story in any way she could. Think about it. In the show, Fluttershy is able to take care of animals she adores. Rarity is a successful designer with loving parents. Rainbow Dash is in fact a great athlete. Applejack has a successful farm. Pinkie Pie is happy with not a care in the world. And Twilight Sparkle was accepted into an exclusive school. Maybe, just maybe, she wanted to give the spirits of these girls what they always wanted. And I think they're happy.
Oh, well, that was really, really poignant and beautiful. So beautiful. I love you, Lauren Faust. That was the truth behind My Little Pony. It was sad, dramatic, and very beautifully poignant. Now, if you need me, I'm gonna go clop to Rarity. Oh God! Oh God! That's gross! Ew! Oh God!
What? What? What the fuck is he doing? I can't see. What the fuck is he doing? Tune in next time where we'll actually delve into one of the worst movies ever made, Manos: The Hands of Fate. Next time on the Tribute Zone.